Salor is hitting for like 100, and you're spending 250 gold to reduce that by 6. Like, come on, dude. It's not worth it. Just save for that ring of health. Just go for the ring of health. He's died 6 times. Their team is very much behind. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. We need to start doing some pushing. We need to get a Rex. We have a huge advantage. They have 1 tower on the whole map. We're going to go for a Rosh, see if we have any wards up. Doesn't look like they have any wards, so we can definitely Rosh pretty safely. Unless they notice. I'm going to use these bats to scout. And here we go, we're going to start off the Rosh. I'm going to be putting some slows on him every chance I get. But I'm going to tank this up. I do have that Pipe of Insight and nice Frost Armor going on. So I'm going to be Roshing this out here. They just A ulted, so they know it's coming. But getting pretty close, and we're going to have some people looking to go into the battle. But I do have that bird scouting, which is what you got to do. Shadow Fiend picking up that and going to almost pick me off. He does hit me with that eventually. Magic Stick sitting there, but not really a big waste to lose that. So they just picked up a tower for that. A little bit of a misplay there. We definitely should have, someone should have TP'd and defended that. Chache sitting with absolutely no TP scrolls, which is a big misplay. Lich getting pretty close to his, what is the chainmail for? I'm really not sure what that's for. He's going to go for his Aghanims next, but oh, that's right. We told him, or Mem told him to get a medallion. Because it's not bad. If you have a support hero like Lich, who already has big armor and is generally not contributing very much after you do a nuke, why not give yourself -6 armor to give one of their heroes -6 armor? He is selling everything he has. He has a Blink Dagger and a Boots. See if he gets anything else. I'm not sure where that crow's going. Probably to, he's going to go pick up that Ring of Health, I bet. But we're going to pressure top at this point. We should have gotten it a lot earlier, but we haven't picked it up yet. So, going to pressure it now, see if we can get a tower pickup. Sven very close to his BKB. Looks like some chasing going on. We're going to try to pick off this bat right here. Shadow Fiend not seeing him or getting scared. I'm not quite sure which. A little weird going on. And Lich chasing a little bit too far. Should come back and finish off this tower. So we're going to pick this up. I was going to go for a Sheep Stick next. I regret this decision after the fact. I wish I would have really nice Illuminate from Chachi. I wish. Looks like Lich going to get initiated on. These guys are way out of position. This is going to be a huge problem going on here. Revenant has pretty good damage. His ult is going down. Bat Rider doing a crap load of damage. Sven's initiating. Stun immediately afterwards. Going to pick off this Bat Rider. Chain Link going on the Sven. He's losing a lot of damage output. And Razor is getting a shitload of damage output. That is huge possibility, or huge damage possibility going on. I was completely out of position this game. Razor doing a lot of damage to Nevermore. I'm going to try to nuke him down, but he still has that +170 through. And right as he kills me, it goes away. So very frustrating. And that's the power of a Lightning Revenant pretty much. He does huge damage potential. Getting the pick off by SF. Nice play there. But he's getting chased by the A and the Warlock. And I have my birds here still doing some damage, but I believe I already used the Stone Form. So as a result, I'm not going to get any stun off. So that loss was basically a very large out of position team fight. We have the Lich and Keeper of the Light up here. I was sitting back here trying to get the tower, and SF was like right here, and Sven was about here as well, I think. Don't know for sure. But definitely our team was completely out of position. Most of us got picked off trying to get the killer, but getting creep locked. Very frustrating. Here comes the blink. Gonna try to get the hit off, but not doing quite enough damage, so. Unfortunately got creep locked really hard, so did not get that kill. But yeah, definitely Lich and Ezel are really out of position. That was the best Illuminate I've seen all game. Yeah, unfortunately that's just how it ended up being, so definitely the game is a lot closer, 33-16. They just won a team fight, and that's pretty fucking sad considering how much of a gold advantage we had, so definitely very disappointed in that. I'm going to speed this up. Heading mid, doing some CSing. I just want to do a little bit of scouting with the bats. Definitely should have been doing smoke ganks. 0 wards on the map by both teams. Definitely pub CMs going down, and I just purchased 2 because I was getting kind of fed up with it. And I could have been warding the whole game, by all means. I mean, I could have been warding. Lich dropping a nice ward up there. This is so that we can pressure this tower, and we still have vision over here, so we know what's going on. Yes, does have the Blink Dagger, so that's going to mean our team fights are a lot harder to fight, and he's going to pick up that Null Talisman next because he doesn't have a lot of farm, and he needs to get some mana pool. So going to try to pick off this Bat Rider here. Everybody's chasing him down. Slow going down does not get the stun off, or the slow. I was definitely frustrated about that. We were so close to picking off a Bat in the jungle, but we did not get it, so very, very unhappy with that. But that's, like I said, that's how it goes sometimes. So Illuminate going down, going to knock down these creeps. Really good Illuminate. Once again, he just shoots nothing but money pretty much, so Really, really nice Illuminate's got a full wand. He does have that Django. He did spend his money finally, which is good. 1, 3, and 11. I'm seeing 12, 2, and 9. A lot of kill stealing with the Soul Assumption. And we do have some heroes coming in. Gonna try to pick them off with the bats. Chain Stun's going down. Really nice vision by me picking off that AA. So here we go. We're gonna do some more pressure. Gonna try to pick off some heroes. I do have an AA ult on me, doing a lot of damage to me. But Sven initiating, going to try to pick off this Warlock. Chain Stun's going down. He is not going to get picked off. He pops that mech just in time. I did pop my pipe, trying to keep our HPs up from any nukes, but getting the pick off on the Warlock. And at this point, we shouldn't even be diving. We need to back up and go back and pick off that tower. So Illuminate going down and clear off all this creep wave, even doing good damage to this Bat Rider. So why are they sitting here? Back it up, pick off this tower, easy gold. And we screw up the last hit, but not a big deal. Mech is healing us up. Lich sitting at a lot of HP. Initiate going down on this Razor. Going to try to pick him off here, but everybody's a little bit behind, unfortunately. He uses that medallion instead of doing it. I was very pissed about that. Instead of using his cold AoE slow, he ends up doing that Beast Blink initiate by the, oh man, that was just so painful. He just did so much damage there with that Blink ult. Everybody was so grouped up and not paying good attention. Everybody taking a shitload of damage. I'm going to drop a Soul Assumption down to do some good damage to this Bat Rider to try to make something happen. But nice, I did enough so that Shadow Fiend could get a kill here, but taking a lot of damage. Going to try to pick him off, and 2 Soul Assumptions doing big damage, picking off 2 heroes, and where normally SF never would have made it out of there. So nice cover by the AA, and as a result, this ES is not going to go down. Chachi being too aggressive. He wants to get the kill. He was so close, but he's just not solid play. So as a result, getting picked off, and once again, Razor buying back. So he's definitely a little behind, but he got good gold, and now he's going to keep his farm going. So I like his buybacks. He's almost as high as us, even though he's so far behind. And definitely going to pull 2 creep waves together, and Razor's definitely a pretty good farmer as a result. So he does have good damage. He has good tank, so he's going to be able to pick up or just sit here and auto these creeps. So no mech. SF is always, or Monkey's always quick to blame stuff like that. He used mechs and did stuff. I'm sure he didn't play it absolutely perfect, I'm sure, but oh well. I know, we did our best. We picked off 2 extra heroes. SF picked off 2 extra heroes with my assistance. But not super fantastic. So we do have another Basilius on our team, I believe. I think someone had one. Maybe not. I think I had the only Basilius, but I think I sold it. Maybe it was my wand. I can't remember. I think, yeah, it's still pretty far away for my next item. So big creep wave going bottom. ES did have a beast initiate. That was pretty much why we could have gotten a Rax there, but ES, we were all grouped out there. There's huge amounts of creeps, and he picked off our Sven and our, I think our Lich just got completely stomped by that stun. So, and that's really awesome play. That's like the 2 heroes that we did not want to tie on our team with Sven. Initiate going down on this. Sven barely gets him picked off. We do not have wards up, and he was a little bit too far forward, so he's definitely going to get picked off here. He had his BKB, but not worth popping when you're already going to die. So that they're pushing their advantage. They're getting pickoffs on our big heroes, and this is the part in the game where I was like, we had an easy win, and we might not win now, and that was very, very scary, considering how powerful we were early game. So definitely a little bit of misplay. Picking up the Mask of Death on Ezlor. He thought the game was over pretty much. He's going to go for the Helm of the Dominator build because he loves the Helm of the Dominator build on any hero. So nice Illuminate going down, doing some good damage. But going to drop all these bats to do some stuns. They're going to try to pick these off for CS, I think. We'll see what happens. Going to get the bats out of there as soon as possible. Move, bats, move. And, yep. Going to teleport in this SF. He's got the BKB and the Blink Dagger and the Ultimate Orbs. He's going to be doing a lot of really good stuff in these team fights coming up. So we're going to play a little defensive here. Sven's still down, so we don't want to be ballsy. Illuminate's going to go down, hit a lot of heroes, even picking off that Bat Rider. So nice Illuminate's going down by 2 shielded. And Slow's going down. I'm going to try to initiate something with my bats here, but just trying to slow him down pretty much. Doing a little bit of damage. The bats are very, very weak. The land, ES blinking in is going to take a lot of damage. Ezlor getting nuked down big time, dropping my pipe. Going to try to keep everyone at full HP, but Bat taking a shitload of damage, being way too aggressive, getting picked off there. We have a initiate by the SF with his BKB. Big damage going on Razor, and he's going to get picked off. And that's exactly what happens when we have a really solid team fight. ES went in too early, and Bat's chasing, going to try to pick off this Warlock. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him or not. Blink going down on the SF, and Raze is going down. Going to try to get him, but he was trying to finish him off there, and it just wasn't going to happen. pretty good HP on the Warlock, so Bat's going to swing around and we're going to end up pushing mid. So like I said, we just had a much better organized team fight there. We picked off the ES really, really fast, and as a result, you know, Razor didn't get charged up on one hero and then end up raping 3 heroes, and that's why we completely dominated that team fight there. It was very, very well played, in my opinion. And we're still sitting with 4 heroes. Ezreal got picked off, but big deal, it's just Ezreal. Lich getting nuked on, very, very close to dying, popping his mech because he does not understand AA's ult. It stops all heals, so that was a complete waste. And now when the AA ult runs out, he doesn't even have a mech to heal, so he's pretty much going to have to sit back very far. Very, very big misplay there. So that's kind of the problem with when you don't play all the heroes or you don't know all the abilities really well. Stuff like that happens. He could be up here pushing right now, but he's sitting way back, scared because he does not want to get sniped. He should have pushed up though. We could have earned him playing a little. He's not playing aggressive enough. Getting the pick off there. Big AoE going down on Sven. He's going to be hard pressed to make it out of this. Gonna drop down the Soul Assumption on the ES Beast. Ult going down, but pulling away. Not getting the ES quite. Gonna pick him off with another Soul Assumption. Sven barely almost making it out of there. Very, very close. But everybody else really low HP. Here comes a really nice AA ult. Damage going down on the Bat Rider, picking off the bats, and Initiate going down on this Razor here. I'm going to try to sprint away. Yep, not taking too much plus damage. Razor does have good damage now, though. And Soul Assumption is very high, taking a lot of magic damage. I'm going to drop a nuke right before I die, if it gets to that point. Yep, definitely going to get picked off. SF also getting picked off, so really nice play by the Scourge team. Going to pick off this Lich also. I believe he's pretty much out of mana. Does not have a heal. At this point, there's really not a lot he can do. So 5 HP, bam, getting picked off. Don't keep your light runs with pretty much full HP, which is a little questionable, but I wasn't watching, so it's hard to tell. Let's see some Beast lifesteal. Here comes. Oh nope, he's just gonna Illuminate, I guess. Alright, just gonna nuke down this creep wave, and Razor's gonna chase him down, see if he can get a pick off here. Oh man, here comes some damage. He's got those phase boots on. I want to see a just do a mana leak and book it. Alright, good, he ran away. Blind going down a little bit weird, but not a big deal. Mask on yellow, you're goddamn right. It's gonna lifesteal the shit out of all of your heroes. And it's awesome. Speeding up. Just trolling, he needs lifesteal. Alright, so when he jumps in, I jump in, and Lich too, but he was, you know, we have 2 heroes with Blink Daggers, they're gonna initiate. It's something you have to be very careful about when your team has Blink Daggers, but not everybody has a Blink Dagger. And sometimes you get way ahead of your team. You're going to be like, oh man, I need to go in now, and you blink, and all of a sudden, and then, so if you're in front of your team and you blink, all of a sudden you're super far in front of your team. Daytime, so we knew we could see each other. Blink going on by this Bat Rider. Unfortunately, I get picked off here, getting dragged into a team fight. Bat's going to try to initiate here. Very, very high Soul Assumption. Going to nuke that down. Put some good damage on the A, but definitely just got initiated on big time. ES just had a huge ult, and completely out of position on my part. I knew they were there, was not expecting Bat to get that pick off there, so really solid play. And the Vulture sitting kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I'm going to chase that down with my bats. I'm like, why is there a Vulture? Oh, he's going for this Razor, no wonder. So getting the pick off here, and here we go. Going to do some AoE, picking off that Bat. I saw that, and you know, I was dead anyway, so might as well micro the bats after him. My chick. And that's a really awesome counter chick, is just using the familiars. I should do that more often, just like sit a familiar over here and see if you can get a pick off. Something like that would be super powerful. Yep, Bat Rider caught me off. Yeah, I got caught by the Bat Rider. I didn't expect him to blink and initiate, which is a big misplay by me, and as a result, everybody got grouped up, and ES was a lot of perfect blink. So don't jump in, 5 die for 1. He's right, possibly should have not gone in, but Illuminate going down, but they're doing a lot of Rax pressure right here. And I'm going to see if I can slow this down with the bats by any chance. Drop in the stun, and drop in another stun on the creeps. And it definitely does slow down and allows Illuminate to go down for another time and really do a lot of counter push. So popping the what's it called? Blah blah, the glyph of fortification. I'm back, go defend, they can't Rax. And this is, I mean, honestly, they would have gotten a Rax right there if we didn't have an Ezreal. I mean, 500 damage AoE nukes going down on that giant creep wave, that was like a free Rax. I mean, everybody was dead but Ezreal, and they had, what, Razor, AA, and Warlock pressuring. I mean, that's paying off late game. I mean, it gives you more turtle power. I mean, maybe we would want another carry. I don't know, we have like 2 semi-carries, 2 carry semi-carries. We have like a SF That's without his ult. That's going to give him another like 200 damage or like 150 damage. And he does a little bit of cleave here, so definitely a very, very solid semi-carry coming. And I'm asking for wards up because at this point we're in kind of a defensive standpoint, and I'm a little bit worried about dying, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit until we get to another initiation. Looks like Razor's